Thank you, Diego. First, dear guests, dear colleague, and honorable audience, I welcome you and I warmly thank you for accepting the invitation from the UMAR to attend this conference held on the sidelines of the Construmat Fair 2025 in Barcelona to debate on the role of architects in serving communities after natural disasters, but mainly before disasters. On this occasion, I want to thank all the speakers representing the section members of UMAR who participate actively in this conference to share their experience, know-how, and expertise from mainly Egypt, France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, and Tunisia. Honorable audience, on my own behalf and on behalf of all of UMAR family, I would like to thank the organizer of this great event for inviting and welcoming us to spend fruitful, friendly, and pleasant time and to enjoy the Spanish hospitality. For our guests who give us the pleasure to attending our conference, we remind that UMAR is an organization which brings together the Order of Architects of the Mediterranean Basin, which currently has 14 countries, but which could extend to more than 20 countries belonging to 3 continents, namely Europa, Africa, and Asia. This diversity and singular plurality, which represent one of the strengths of this union, which could bring together and represent nearly 500,000 of architects through the Mediterranean basin. Since its creation in 1994, UMAR has continued to work to recognize architecture as a civilizational, cultural, economical, and social fact, and to restore the role of the architects in its society. UMAR works to highlight our cultural identity and our ancestral heritage, but also the way to promote and preserve it. At the time when we are beginning to see the interest and impact of artificial intelligence, where we are considering the future of our past and the preservation of our material and intangible heritage, nature in anger gets ahead of us and says its thing. And as if nature, through its catastrophe, was not enough to destroy our cities, men added more through senseless war to damage the infrastructure of the cities and damage the buildings. What is worse and more unfortunate for an architect than seeing buildings fall into ruin? We so loved that our decision makers gave us our chance, or rather our right, to rethink our cities, to design a new urbanity with a sustainable architecture which perfectly meets with the needs of our societies and which vibrates in tune with modernity, while respecting the past and by promoting our plural culture to make our know-how known. But now, nature, through unexpected earthquakes and devastating floods, is endangering our entire heritage to leave us facing our fate and facing the crucial and redundant question how we can intervene to rebuild in these devastated regions. Is this by ancient techniques and local materials which have proven themselves over centuries, or by today's means and standard which aim to construct durable and long-lasting buildings? Of course, the question is difficult and the answers are far from obvious, but we have to ask the right question to hope to find the right answers. And it is in this context that this conference takes place, which open an inevitable and urgent international debate. Therefore, we believe that the architect's intervention must respect its spatiotemporal context because history never betrays. Thus, we must not destroy reality, but these buildings, with their styles, their rudimentary techniques, and their construction materials, have rather resisted good weather, but not large-scale natural disasters. Finding the perfect and the best fit is certainly the main goal of all of us. This is why UMAR has launched a heartfelt appeal to all Mediterranean architects to join hands in order to find the best possible solution to ensure the reconstruction of our cities devastated by the effect of nature, as in Spain, Morocco, Libya, Turkey, and Greece, or under the devastating effect of man, as is the case in Palestine. We also recall that the Mediterranean, which benefits from a common and shared ancestral heritage, has always been and will remain for eternity a cradle of humanity and point of connection and growth of interesting human cultures and civilizations. For this, we invite you to appreciate the interesting intervention which indicate a certain and shared interest and respect to these Mediterranean values and potentials. We are happy and proud to have such rich and diverse content from speakers from all sides to arouse their interest and their desire to share with us their knowledge, their point of view, and thought around our subject. I hope that you will enjoy these conferences, and I hope that you enjoy also your stay in this beautiful city of Barcelona. Today, it is an immense pleasure to see you all from several countries, exchanging your points of view, sharing your knowledge and your experiences. This is already a first achievement, but the most important thing for us is the post-conference, the fundraising, the networking, the relational mixing, and the acculturation. This is our objective in UMAR, which should serve as a platform of knowledge and exchange in a framework of friendship, fraternity, and common human values. I am really happy to find ourselves in Spain, land of history and great human civilization, and mainly in Barcelona, one of the most beautiful cities in the Mediterranean. Thank you again for responding to our invitation, and have a nice conference. Thank you.